My wife and I have been living here with our 3 children, and our youngest one is 6 years old. And I really have been desiring to have another child for a couple years now. But with me turning 40 and my wife turning 41, I was getting to the point where I was coming to a resolution like, maybe we're not gonna have another child. That was tough to swallow. But then, about 7.5 months ago, I was coming in from doing chores and Lacie told me this.
Well, you're gonna be a daddy again.
What?
You heard me right. I'm pregnant.
So I was like, whoa, 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 that's fantastic. Thank you, God, for answering the prayers and desire of my heart. I've been wanting to have another one. So with that exciting news, we were like, oh man, I gotta think of a really neat way to surprise the kids and share the news with them. All right, so I've been working on these cards for the kids, and I'm trying to make sure that they don't accidentally see me making them because I want it to be a surprise. I'm making one for each of them. Whew, there are those leaves over there, thought they were coming. So for this card with the little goats on it is for our first child, Selah. So she loves goats, takes care of our goats. And we're gonna write a little note in there for her to announce the big surprise. For our second child, Josiah, have one with ducklings on it. Since he likes ducks, he doesn't take care of them, but he does have a couple. But he just has this fondness for the ducks. And then for our third child that we have here, Micah. Little baby chicks. Micah kind of likes all the animals. I'm not sure which one's his favorite, but I'm gonna write a little neat note for each of them in these cards, and I can't wait for them to see them. I have one more left, Josiah's. Where do I put this at? Oh, that's kind of tough. Actually, I think I'll put this one back down there where I put Micah's, so they'll see it together. That? What does it say? Can you read it? Read it.
Yes, I'm trying to see.
Read it.
Selah, I am small but very important and loved already. I am free to make, but will cost money, time, and may eat a lot like you. God willing, you'll see me soon, but you cannot see me yet. What am I?
What do you think it is?
Is it?
What? What? What do you think it is?
Is she pregnant?
Who? Lily? Oh, mommy?
No, I just want livestock.
You're not livestock. Are you?
Oh. Oh. You're gonna make me cry.
Are you crying? Why?
Why are you
You've
crying?
been wondering why I've been feeling good.
A little bit.
Are you happy?
Well, that's why.
I didn't think you would cry.
Did you know?
No, I've been praying.
Well, that's why.
What have you been praying about? You've been praying for Mama to have a baby? Oh, I didn't know that. God answers them prayers. Oh. You got me crying. I didn't think anybody was gonna cry in this. What'd you think when you saw the card there?
I don't know.
Okay, the
Have
boys.
you looked at the card?
What?
How many goats are on there?
4.
Why would there be 4 on there?
I'm gonna have another goat. That's what it is.
Did you read them? No! Micah!
That's what it says. It's a note to you, isn't it?
So the other one must be for Josiah.
What does it say?
Josiah, I am not a duckling, but I am small and will grow, and grow for 9 months. I hope to add more joy and happiness to all in the house. Micah, you are the youngest. Yes.
So what in the world does this mean? You have no idea? Take your time, think about it. Read it again.
It would have to happen for Micah not to be the youngest anymore. What is it?
I know exactly what.
What? You're pregnant?
No! The B word.
What?
A baby.
With this pregnancy, I didn't have near the morning sickness that I had with pregnancies in the past. And that worked out really good because Mike had this 2-week trip planned. And this being an unexpected pregnancy, it worked out that I wasn't as sick because I stayed at home and took care of all the chores while Mike and Sayla and Josiah were gone. And it was really nice not being sick the whole time doing chores. When I found out I was pregnant, I was a little shocked. In the beginning, I was having some symptoms and I was like, uh-oh. So I took a pregnancy test and the first one was negative. I was like, okay. And then a couple days later, I was like, you know what? I really think I am. So I took another one and it was positive. So it was a pretty big surprise, but it was a good surprise. Now let's pull. There you go. There you go. Now lift it.
And then a few weeks later, at about the 12-week mark of the pregnancy, is when we had our first meeting with the midwife. And honestly, I have to admit, I was really nervous and anxious going into this meeting because I knew this was going to be the first time that we were going to be able to listen to the baby's heartbeat. And the reason why I was so nervous is because you had a miscarriage in the past and it wasn't too far off the same time frame, and then when we went in to listen to that heartbeat, there wasn't one. So it's just that thought in the back of my mind just running through that, please don't let this happen this time, please don't let it happen this time. And then as she was going around trying to look for the heartbeat with this pregnancy,
Baby, what's up?
she was having trouble finding it, and man, I could just, my heart and everything just sank. I was just like, oh man, please find it, please find it.
It was super stressful, but actually she had to look way higher than what it actually should have been, and she found it. So it was like a huge, sigh of relief whenever we got to hear the heartbeat.
It sure was. Like music.
Oh wait, no, don't go away.
You hear that? His heartbeat?
Yeah.
Your brother or sister in there hanging out?
And this was just even further confirmed at our 20-week ultrasound whenever the tech was like, wow, your uterus is way high. This baby just likes to be way up there. And that's also when we found out we were having a boy.
And this is cross-section of the belly.
Even though Selah and I both were wanting a girl, it still was nice to know that we're getting a boy and finding out what we're going to have. It's pretty exciting.
But then we also found out that I had a partial placenta previa. And what that means is the placenta was covering part of the cervix. So we had to make sure that that would resolve. And normally they do. They move out of the way. But if your cervix is completely covered by the placenta, that is an automatic C-section. And, you know, I've had a hospital birth and a C-section before, and I was really hoping that that was not going to be the case with this one.
Because with Selah is the one that you had the C-section on in a hospital experience, and that was not the experience that you were wanting to have again. Because with the two boys, we had they were born at birth centers, and they're very much like a home environment, and having those contrast of experiences, we definitely don't want the hospital birth. We definitely like the relaxed home type experience to have. So
yes,
we're praying that the placenta previa would resolve itself so we didn't have to deal with that.
And a home birth has been part of my desire since the beginning. Actually, Selah was supposed to be a home birth, and I ended up having preeclampsia with her. That's why I ended up being a hospital birth.
And as this current pregnancy went on, some of the challenges increased more and more. Like, one of the things that they were really concerned about is that the baby was getting big. They just kept saying big. The baby's going to be big. You're going to have a big baby. Big baby.
Well, I already had a big baby with Micah because he was 10 pounds, 7 ounces. So I grow him big. And and the whole, you know, I didn't have gestational diabetes per se because I wouldn't ever fail a test. But I would check my glucose and it wouldn't be exactly where I wanted it to be. So I had to end up going, and I was already doing low carb stuff, especially closer to the end. I pretty much did no carbs because I didn't want to end up with like a 12, 13 pound baby. So I had to go through that. There was a lot of rib pain in the 36 weekish area where I had to do a lot of stuff just to like function during the day. A lot of stretching, a lot of the spinning babies, a lot of things just because I was like to the point of tears a lot of times.
Yeah, and you didn't have that in the past, but this time I would definitely say she's definitely in more pain this time with the baby being higher up. It's definitely made a difference.
Yeah, and I would go to the chiropractor. I mean, I did all the things. I was walking, I was eating right, I was taking care of myself, and to still have these issues, it was a little daunting, to be totally honest.
Oh, and then at some point they're also saying you were anemic, so you had to get supplements and a bunch of things to work on that.
I had to take a lot of iron, and I really attribute a lot of being able to get my iron up to the liver supplements that I was taking, and then adding in some iron supplements on top of that with some different stuff in there like copper that makes you absorb iron better. There was just a lot. I really felt like just being pregnant was a job there for the last month and a half or 2 months.
But thankfully, as time went on, things started to be resolved. We went for the 36-week ultrasound, and so thankful to God that the placenta previa was completely gone.
Yep.
And all the different things that you did a great job on and trying to resolve the anemia, that all resolved itself. But the little guy was a big guy still.
Yeah, at 36 weeks. And I know ultrasounds can be off as far as weight and everything, but she was predicting that he was already like 9 pounds. His femur bone was already measuring that of like a 41-week baby. So that was whenever I really cut out any carbs just to make sure this baby didn't get too big.
Yeah, we were like no carbs, like 0 carbs, and just like I felt so sorry. You just had like meat constant. I'm like, I never heard of a pregnant lady just being meat only, just all the time.
It wasn't necessarily fun.
But you did a great job.
Thank you. And during this pregnancy, you guys have been so generous and so concerned, and I really appreciate everybody, sending us messages and checking up on me and see how I'm doing and praying for me. That was the big thing, is prayers. We really appreciate all those prayers and the gifts, and we just, I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't have been the same without you guys.
I was so thankful that I wasn't expecting any type of baby showers at all.
No.
Usually when you start having multiple kids, people kind of stop doing those kind of things for you. But with us not having to have a baby in quite some time now, it's like, and we were getting rid of a lot of the things that we had before. It's been so beneficial. So we're so thankful to receive all these things, because it's like, we needed these items again. We needed baby items again. And one of the showers that we had, baby showers that was given for us, it was really neat. It was a farm-themed baby shower. And they had the little chicks made out of cheese and little tractors. It was just so cute, and it was just a good time. What kind of guy says that he likes a baby shower? I'm sorry, but it was kind of cool.
Tell me if I applied too much pressure.
What is that?
That's a fetoscope.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it.
Yes, isn't that cool?
When you asked,
What does it do?
So you locate fetal heart tones with it, and
Okay.
the cool thing about it is that you're going to locate the heart tones right where the baby actually is. Whereas with a Doppler, you can kind of hear it all over. Or in the vicinity, anyway.
Did they use one like that? No.
Some people will request that I only use the fetoscope.
Really?
They don't like the Doppler at all. I think they maybe are more like over here. Yeah. It is nice too, because then with the Doppler you're not looking all over the place. Yeah, yay. There it is.
around 37 weeks, I was actually ready to have this baby. But, in God's timing. So we waited until about 39 weeks to try to really start doing things to encourage him to come down lower to induce labor. And at my 39-week appointment, I got checked and I was only 1 centimeter. And we decided it was 40 weeks after the weekend afterwards, and I had never made it to my due date before. So I wanted to just kind of wait and see what would happen. And so we waited that weekend, and come that Monday morning, I still hadn't had him. So we went back to the midwife, and I got checked again, and he was actually higher up than he had been before. And
it's like, come on, man. It's like, you're going the wrong way. Go back down. We need you out, not up.
That was a little discouraging. And actually, she asked if we minded getting another ultrasound just to make sure he hadn't totally flipped around.
And after meeting with the midwife, we went to the chiropractor before we got the ultrasound, just to have the chiropractor do his thing and do some acupuncture to try to help this baby start doing what it needs to do. Your body, baby, be on the same page so they can start
working together.
So did that. Then we went to get the ultrasound. We're sitting there waiting to get the ultrasound, and I'm just looking out the window, and I see the squirrel, and it's like, what is that squirrel doing? It's like it's going to jump this death. It's just a little random thing that was happening while we were there. Then we went in to get the ultrasound, and then
he's head down. He's still high up, but he's head down in the right position. So that was encouraging. And she just made sure, his heart rate was good. Because that was another thing. He was turned in a position that was hard for my midwife to hear his heart rate. And so we just made sure that everything was good. And we left there with good news. But he was still super high. And that, we needed him to be lower for labor.
And the midwife was really pleased to hear that he wasn't breech, and that we could start doing something a little more aggressive to get the baby to come. So she had this cocktail recipe.
Castor oil cocktail recipe. Yeah. That I did whenever I got home. It's almond butter, apricot juice, champagne, and 2 ounces of castor oil. Yeah. It's not the best tasting stuff in the world.
It was a little unique. It was kind of like a peanut butter smoothie, but just not as good.
Why he wanted to try it, I don't even know. He
Yeah,
had
I
a
like to
sip
try
of
things.
it, but I drank it.
I'm always interesting. It's part of the interested in. I'm always interested. It's part
He's
of
the
being
weirdo.
support team, I guess. But then, as just a little, I guess after sunset, I'm sitting down watching a movie, thinking, nah, if something starts to get going, because you were saying you were starting to have some contractions.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you've had long labors in the past, so I was like, I'll just finish watching this movie, and then we'll go ahead and go to sleep tonight and be well rested, so in the morning when things really start kicking up, I'll be ready.
Because I had gone to bed around 9 o'clock thinking, you know, I'm having contractions, but I could probably sleep through these. I'm just going to go to bed and get some rest. And I laid there, and they continually got harder, and I was like, I don't think I can sleep through these.
Yeah, you came in there while I was watching the movie, and I'm just seeing you. I'm like, this is looking like it's getting a little more intense. I better go get me a little pre-workout drink so I can have some caffeine in me so I can stay awake just in case this does start moving a little bit faster. And it did. Stop it.
It's still like the tail end of it.
Okay, so a minute plus. A minute and a half.
I mean, I can still talk, but it's like, oh.
Just barely. Two minutes.
This is the longest one.
And once labor began, the Roshka family from Wisconsin gave Lacie these handwritten cards to read at various points in the labor.
Lacie, I'm so proud of you. I know this pregnancy wasn't always easy, but you did it. You're in the home stretch. I want you to know that I'm right with you in spirit and in prayer. I pray that the words from our Lord will encourage you in this time. You're so strong and brave. We can't wait to see your new blessing from the Lord. We love you so very much, and we'll be praying for you every step of the way. Jessica and family.
And thankfully, our midwife doesn't live too far from where we live. So as labor was beginning, she was like, you probably have a good ways to go before the baby comes, but let me just come by and check on things. And we're really glad she did, because things began to change big time, really fast.
And then at this point, I started feeling a little different. Started feeling a little pushy. And I thought, you know, I need to head to the bathroom because the toilet seemed to be the only place where I got a little bit of relief. And as I'm sitting there on the toilet, I get these stronger contractions and, you know, I'm feeling this baby moving down and I'm starting to tell them, I'm like, this baby's coming.
And then 3 of us crowd around you all by the toilet. And then one of the midwives says, I see a head. And we're like, oh yeah, we see a head. So they have me help you up into a little bit better position. And then yes, there's a head, and then the baby's starting to come out, and it was really intense at this point. And I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm scared at the same time the baby's coming out. And then there's just this moment of quiet where the baby comes out and you're like, oh no, is everything all right? Is everything all right? But then you hear that scream, and then it's just so beautiful.
I was like, yeah. Look at him and just take some deep breaths, okay? We're okay now. Okay.
And after he was born, it was nice to just be able to like come into our bedroom and get in the bed with my baby and, you know, have skin to skin and just get to meet him and know him a little bit. It was really nice.
And then after some time of you just having some skin to skin time with the little one here, then it came time to cut the cord. And I've had the opportunity to cut the cord with each of our boys, and I got to do it once again.
Yeah. Okay, you ready, Karen? And here, watch your fingers. Yeah. Good job.
And after the cord was cut, then the midwives just examined him and checked him out. And then came time to actually see how much this baby was going to weigh. Because this whole pregnancy, that's pretty much all we heard is that he's going to be a big boy. He's a big boy in there. He's a big baby. So this was time to see how much he actually weighed.
Okay. So how big do you think he is?
I think it's going to be 11.2. Could be wrong. It might be more.
Okay.
I love when the parents are right. I think so. Yeah. I'm rooting for you. I guessed 11.7.
I know. That would be good if you got that. What's the prize?
Keep the baby. No. Then you have to win.
Yeah. All right. Did you give a guess yet?
Okay.
All right. What about you?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's out. I don't care what he weighs right now. I'll have bragging rights, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, it does look good.
From over there. You're so cute. Look at your lips.
Ooh, you look good. He just looks just like one of your boys. Yeah, we'll do all that. Oh no, I don't know if you're that big. I think you might be in the 10s. Here we go. Let's find out. Moment of truth.
Never had a baby break the scale.
Oh, he's a little guy.
Oh, really? 10?
12? No, wait. 11, 10? 10.
No, you're 10. One of those two.
It's wavering between 10.
10. Wow.
Daddy was the winner.
Still a
Wow.
little bigger than my child.
And he was born at 2:15 a.m. and my adrenaline just kept going. Even on to sunrise, I still had yet to go to sleep. We'd been up 24 hours and up until I think it was like 30 hours I'd been awake, no sleep, and it was just adrenaline going all day long. But then finally that morning, the kids had the opportunity to come meet him for the very first time. Coming. You excited? Mm-hmm. What are you excited for?
The baby.
Alright, talk tough. Go meet him. Real close. Go careful. Look at him. What do you think?
Cute.
Long night.
Yeah.
How long?
Like 5 hours.
5 hours. I almost didn't get a whole bunch of food. How is that compared to us?
Yours is different.
See him? His face?
Looks like he's gonna have here.
It's a little wavy.
Yeah.
He was 10'10".
How long is he?
22 inches.
He's a little chubber, isn't he? So nice to meet you, Hezekiah.
Hezekiah?
You still gonna kiss him?
Sure.
Still afraid of him? Alright, we didn't get through all the cards, but the last card says, open after baby is born. There you go.
Okay.
See what it says.
Let's see. Back says, Lacie, we're so proud of you. And it said, anyone who welcomes a little child like this on my behalf welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes not only me, but also my Father who sent me. Mark 9:36-37. Welcome to the world, little one. We can't wait to meet you. God has picked an amazing family for you. Be blessed, Dixon family. We love you all. The Roshkas.
That's so nice of them to do that.
It is.
And after the rest of the family was here, that was the moment I guess I feel like I just finally was able to start relaxing and actually lay down. I just remember just dozing off, getting ready to doze off, and then I hear Selah yelling, "Did you not hear me, Daddy? Daddy, come!" And then I had to go see what she needed outside. What do we have here?
Maybe just had 2 babies.
What in the world? 2 babies? You popped out 2 babies? Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. What do we have here? That one's got black and white on it.
Yeah, that was a girl.
And then this one's brown.
He's a boy.
What? Look at them getting up there trying to nurse. There we go. Come on, do what you gotta do. Find it. Find it. Come on, you can find it. They're looking around and doing what they're supposed to do. Come on, find it. Come on. Look at there. Cute. That's it, Mama. Do what you're supposed to do. Clean them off. What do you think about that, Selah? Excited about having some more? Adding some more goats to the herd?
Yup. Getting bigger and bigger. We got a baby inside and got babies out here.
Oh, that's a blessing, isn't it? Some multiple blessings.
They even share the same birthday, too.
So yes, even more babies. This is, whoo, this is one crazy day, combination of days and nights. I'm actually got confused on what day it is. And it all just seems surreal actually still. And I just can't help but looking at him here. He's so cute. I just love babies. I love children. I love the family life. It's so amazing. It gives life a whole new purpose and reason for and meaning for living. It's just so great. And we're not sure exactly what we're going to call him for short. The kids were just talking about what are we going to call him for short? Will it be Kai, Kaya, Zekiah, Z? I don't know. But we like Hezekiah. We love him. Going into a pregnancy, you never know exactly how things are all going to turn out all through it. And you never know if you're going to have to be in the hospital or a home birth experience. But I'm going to say it's been really neat that you've had this experience. You've had that desire in your heart for some time to have a home birth. And I can't help but think of the psalm where it says, delight yourself in the Lord and he'll give you the desires of your heart. And it's been so neat for me to see that come into fruition for you, that this has been a desire that you've had for years.
Yeah.
And that it's actually happen that you gave birth in a yurt?
That wasn't my initial desire. But to have a natural birth at home and, you know, low pressure and just let it happen, that's what I've been wanting to experience. And then I got to do that. So it was really nice.
And who would have thought years ago? And we even asked the midwife, because this was her first time being at a birth in a yurt. So we got to ask you though, how did it feel being at a birth in a yurt?
It was cool. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it.
It was first for you, right?
Yeah, that was my first yurt birth, and we've been talking about this since
For
birth
years,
circle.
That's right. Years.
Since
Like
we
you need to have another baby in that
so
yurt.
we can have a yurt birth.
That's right.
And little did I know that I'd be your midwife, and that it would be so amazing. 10 pounds, 10 ounces. Big giant baby in the yurt. It's pretty cool.
So new experiences all around for everybody.
Yes.
Well, even after all that, the surprises were not over, because some hours after that, after Hezekiah and after the twin goats, Selah and I found another surprise. Whoa, 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 what do we have here? This is crazy. What do we have here, guys?
Triplets!
What? What?
They're girls too.
Oh man, way to go, Hazel. 3. It's like, what is going on here? Livy back here just had 1, 2, and then now Hazel here, 1, 2, 3, and they're already nursing. Man, that is so cute. That is cute, isn't it, guys?
Yup.
Wow.
I think she's really tired because she didn't clean up good after I said I had to take the placenta out.
You did it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for doing that.
Welcome. They're all super friendly though. They'll just walk right up to me. Here, Hazel, I'll get you some. Hold on.
She was thirsty.
He was coming
Thirsty?
towards me. She walked right up to me.
Good job, Hazel. So we have babies all over the place right now. Not sure how we're gonna handle it all. It's not dull here, but definitely exciting. What are you doing, Micah? You're doing something there. Are you holding him? Does he like you?
My life was great till you added colors.
Is he precious?
Who needs the sun? We don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away.